This is what we did last August in Washington, D.C. This August, I'm going to be holding another event that I am calling Restoring Courage. This time, I ask you to meet me in Jerusalem. I mentioned Dietrich Bonhoeffer a few minutes ago. He has played a big role in my life recently. I believe, as he believed at those times, that trouble is coming for our Jewish friends and neighbors. And I believe that means something to all of us. We promised we would never forget and never let it happen again. I don't know if it's going to happen again now, but evil, an old familiar evil, is rearing its ugly head. Bonhoeffer, in 1933, was ahead of the curve, I guess. It's good to be ahead of the curve, but he never really got any traction. Nobody would listen. I think it was too late. When he asked people to stand, he got about 6 people to stand with him. I'm not kidding you. 6. I believe that we are ahead of the curve. Before the trouble starts, we have an opportunity as a world, as humans, to stand together before things get out of control. Silence in the face of evil is itself evil. God will not hold us guiltless. Not to speak is to speak, not to act is to act. Earlier this year, as I quite honestly tried to get away from my feelings on this and say, no, this is crazy, I read the book of Esther and the book of Ruth. In the book of Ruth, Naomi, her mother-in-law, said, and I'm horribly butchering this story, but read it for yourself. After all their husbands died, Mom said, come on, ladies, leave me, go find a husband. I'm not going to have any more boys that you can marry. And Ruth replied, do not urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die. That is an act of courage. And that is what needs to be said to Israel and to the world and to God. What God commands to be said through his prophets of old. This August, I will stand where he has always been, in the ancient walls of the city of Jerusalem. I ask you tonight to spread the word and put the call out to the entire world to stand. It will be expensive to get there. It might be dangerous. And, you know, honestly, it might just be you and me and like 4 other people. I don't know. But I ask you, has there ever been a time in the history of man, in a relative period of peace and calm, before the storm really got underway, has there ever been a call to return to his city, a call to stand and to be counted? I ask you tonight to search yourself for what you believe about Israel and the Jews and our relationship. I ask you tonight to speak to your spouse and know where you stand and what that means. It's better to decide now. On 8/28 at the Lincoln Memorial, I quoted from Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, "The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, while it can never forget what they did here. It is rather for us, the living, to stand here, we here to be dedicated to the great task remaining before us." I say to you again tonight, with just a slight revision, the world will little note nor long remember what we say here. But this August in Jerusalem, possibly for the first time in man's history, God will remember and make note of what we do there.